another little goodie to show you guys for Halloween. It's going to involve killer clowns. Now, recently I showed you guys the the cotton candy gun. And what that did was it shot and would turn their victims into spooled, kind of like cocoons, but they were cotton candy, and they would be put aside and stored for the clowns to consume. Well, what I want to show you today is the other weapon that the killer clowns from outer space had. This is actually the popcorn gun. I remember seeing the popcorn gun. They're trying to escape when they went into the spaceship. They're trying to escape when they were discovered, when they had seen the cotton candy. That was actually people. They're running down the hallway and they were shooting the cotton candy out of the gun at them. A little bit of it got on them as they finally escaped. They were able to get away. But what I want to show you guys is, from Spirit Halloween, this is the killer clowns from outer space. This is the popcorn gun. Okay, so believe it or not, guys, I've got the camera. I've got the widest screen I can possibly get. And this thing is pretty big. It's really big, and this is the widest that I can get the shot. The box itself is pretty large. To give you guys an idea, the box alone is look, 26 inches. So this is a pretty large item. Hopefully you can see the front. We have the clown. And he kind of reminds me of the one that I like in the movie. My favorite one was the one that had the mallet. And he was trying to get the little girl to go to him because he was going to bop her with the mallet. That's kind of what he looked like. You can obviously tell that this is somebody in a costume. You can see the eye holes. I don't know why they went with that, but they have a picture of him holding the gun on the front. Looking at the gun itself, you can see there's a crank section, and that handle, more than likely, is going to go right there. We got some pieces of popcorn on the box. There's really not that much on the top. It says Killer Clowns, and there's a little bit of popcorn. Let me show you guys. There's really not a whole lot on the box. There's really nothing on the back of the box either. It requires 2 AA batteries. Popcorn gun with LED lights and sound effects. Theatrical quality prop with motion, lights, and sound. Turn the crank for movie-inspired popping effect. So this is going to be pretty fun. And like I said, there's really nothing on the box. The sides of the box have a picture of the gun, and I'll put that up as the video goes along, because I need to put it on the floor. And I'm going to open it up this way. So let's see if we can check this out. All right, let's see. Is that taped? Nope. We got the little crank that I was telling you guys about, and I was showing you in the box. Let's put that aside for a minute. Let's see. You can see where the batteries are going to go. And like it said on the box, the batteries are sold separately, so we don't have any batteries that come with this. Okay, so check that out. Let's take a look at the gun now. And again, I have it. Let me try to get it back a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit better. All right. So the crank goes in over there, and let me see if they have any paperwork. Alright, so let's see. Okay. You can see the killer clowns from outer space. And again, you can see the guy in the costume. Assembly and operating instructions. Estimated time for the build is 5 minutes. And this is just cardboard, it does not open. You can see the parts. We get the gun, and we've got the crank. You can see we've got the gun, and we've got the crank. This thing is really pretty large, very heavy. All right. For the first thing we do for the assembly is we attach the hand crank, part B, to the side of the gun frame, part A. So let's do that first. You can see the way it's shaped. It's going to go in and it's going to click into place. And I'm thinking that this is going to be the popcorn popper. See? I love it. Look at that. This is pretty cool. Okay, what do we got to do next? Remove the lid to the battery compartment. Using a screwdriver, install 2 AAA batteries, ensuring the polarity is oriented correctly. Seal the battery compartment. Alright. So we're going to do that right now. I'm going to use a Phillips screwdriver. I'm going to put the lid back on. I don't have to really make sure it's tight, but I do want to make sure it's not going to fall out. Alright. So, let's see. Alright, we did that now. Instructions for use. Squeeze the trigger on the popcorn gun for the lights and sound. Turn the handle on the crank on the side of the popcorn gun for corn popping action. Battery installation should be performed by an adult. Use only batteries recommended on the instructions. Do not mix old and new batteries. Do not mix alkaline, rechargeable, standard, different types of batteries. Be mindful to insert batteries with correct polarity as indicated. Remove all exhausted batteries. Rechargeable batteries are only to be charged under the adult supervision. Rechargeable batteries are to be removed with prop before being charged. Non-rechargeable batteries are not to be recharged. The supply terminals are not to be short-circuited. So this is just like basic stuff. For novelty use only. So don't shoot anybody to kill with the popcorn gun. Choking hazard due to small parts. And this is the zombie tech squad. Alright. Okay, enough. Let's show you. I love that. So every time, you don't even... So you don't even have to pull the trigger. As soon as you turn the handle, the lights come on. Let's see what it does when you actually pull the trigger. And it shoots the, in the movie, if you remember, it shoots a big wad of popcorn. Almost like shrapnel, but it's popcorn kernels. So the lights in the front light up. Let's see if anything on the side of it lights up. So it's probably just the front. You can see this side has the speaker on it. It's got with 2 buttons that don't do anything and a 3rd button with a star that doesn't do anything. You've got the sights, that kind of fun killer clown from outer space kind of look. And you've got the maw of the end of the barrel, and again, this is solid. And you've got like a telephone cord. I mean, this is really cool. They really did a good job. And you figure when it comes to making the actual prop for the movie, you can see they got the telephone cord, and they made it with some really fun things, but it ended up being really cool looking. It works. So it's got quite a bit of sound effects when you use the handle. Yeah, none of these are solid. You can't push them in. That's that. The underneath of the gun, you can see it's got like a... You can hang on to this as you shoot, like the clown did. A lot of the times it'll go off without even moving. The back of the gun has like I don't know if this is going to be like a shoulder rest for the clowns, but let's see what's written on here. "2023 Orion, made in China." What else is new? Show you guys the back, the popcorn. I mean, this is really fun. Let's pop some popcorn. So there's popcorn not only in the opening where they get trapped in the ship and are being chased, but also when we see the inside of the cotton candy cocoon. I don't know if you call it like a warehouse, but the chambers, there's actually the controls, and when the clown comes in, he puts up one of the cocoons. He walks over and he starts moving some of the levers, and there's this huge popcorn thing with the popcorn in the bubble that's kind of popping. So this thing is pretty fun. We don't see as much of this as we do as the cotton candy gun. I'm trying to remember. I know we see it at the beginning. Like I said, they go in, they get discovered, and the clown is chasing them, and they're using this gun to shoot the popcorn at them. I think the next time we see this gun is, I think, when they're walking down the street, and they have that huge vacuum, and they're sucking up all the pods. But you have a couple of clowns that are kind of on the lookout, and I think they have this gun. You can see they have the bunch of little balls, just like this over here. I'm sure that would be the sight. Because you don't want to miss. So the crank is very sensitive. So let's... So this thing is pretty fun. It'll make a great prop. Maybe one day I'll be able to get... I'm sorry, this thing is very loud. Maybe one day I'll be able to get the prop or the animatronic, Slim, and he's the one that's holding the bag of popcorn. And I would love to get him. What I originally wanted him is I want him holding my cotton candy gun, because that would be really fun. And maybe we can have Shorty. If we can get him someday, we could take off his boxing gloves and actually have him holding this. Or we can just have this around when we get the animatronics. Someday I will be able to get Slim and Shorty with the Killer Clown display. But until that day comes, my friends, I just wanted to have a little bit of fun and show you guys the popcorn gun. This thing is pretty fun. It's very accurate. You look at the stills from the movie, and they did a great job with this gun. Right down to the popcorn dome. I don't know if it has this on top, though. I mean, it doesn't come off or anything. It's screwed on, but they did a really, really good job. The effects are so cool. I think in the movie, though, I think they lit up on the side as well. But I think this is pretty respectable. It is kind of on the pricey side. It was $100 at Spirit Halloween. But compared to some of the price gouges on eBay, it was a pretty good deal. And if you're a fan of Killer Klowns from Outer Space like I am, and you actually at some point want to get the animatronics like I do, you're going to love this gun. It's funny because when it comes to Killer Klowns from Outer Space, it's like one of those either you love it or you hate it kind of movies. It just so happens that I love it, and I was pretty excited to be able to show you this little prop. Again, this is from Spirit Halloween. And until my next Halloween video, which will be coming up very soon, I'll talk to you soon. In the meantime, be careful for the clowns.